Think of the person that you know the best, someone you really know. What is this truly know them knowledge? What do we need to know about somebody to really know them? Let's consider.
I can't get it off my mind.
Hello, philosophers. I'm Chico. Welcome to the Philosopher Show, where we explore the greatest questions of human history. Now, we've been considering the question of why would somebody want to do philosophy? And I think I have a good reason today. I think, number one of the most important things for us as humans is to understand others, right? We want to understand others. That's part of just what it is to be a friend, right? Is to understand that other person. Also, understanding just the way other people work, right? Why they do what they do. So, for example, imagine you're walking down a road and you don't know behind you a car is speeding up about to hit you, and somebody who's walking next to you pushes you out of the way, gets hit by the car instead, and dies, right? And what would you think about that person? You would think, give them a medal, hero, forget, never forget. But what if you instead found out later on that person was trying to actually push you into oncoming traffic going the other way and they just were really bad? Or what if they were just pushing you because they didn't like you or something like that? Right? It's important to us to understand another person. Right? We want to know why they're doing what they're doing. And that kind of knowledge, I think, comes only with understanding their philosophy, understanding the way they view the world. So here's what I mean. In the last episode, we talked about the sati example. And if you don't remember, I'll put a link in the description about it so you can watch that again. And we said that there's this, this crazy period in Hindu history where widows were burning themselves on the funeral pyre with their dead husbands. And some of them were being forced into it. And you may have thought, this is nuts. Like, what are these people doing? Right? Why would they do something like that? Well, there's actually a little bit more to the story. Right? So here's the reason why they were doing that. In the Hindu belief, we are stuck in a cycle of reincarnation, which engenders the suffering in the world. We want to achieve moksha. We want to achieve release from that cycle, but it's a difficult thing to do. We start off maybe in a lower caste, right? In a maybe as just workers, and we don't have the time to pursue that moksha. And if we live the right way, then in our next incarnation, hopefully we will go into a higher caste. And then for women, hopefully you will be reincarnated as a man. I know that sounds like a little crazy, but this is, not all Hindus believe that. This is at the time they believe that, right? They believe that women don't have the same access to moksha as a man did. And probably societally, they probably, just didn't have the same kind of rights that a man has. So they probably couldn't achieve some kind of enlightenment as easily as a man could. So they thought, if you do live the right way, then you get incarnated into a place where you're closer to moksha. If a woman were to show such devotion to her husband that when he died, she would burn herself along with him, then hopefully she would, achieve that next level. Or maybe she would be reincarnated as a man, which I know sounds gnarly, man. But again, if you're living in the United States, probably zero Hindus believe that, right? I don't. Maybe they do. I don't know. But I know a lot of the Hindus I know do not believe that at all. So don't put that on them. But think about it that way. If you were in that mindset, it would make sense to give up all you had to try to get that next incarnation. You wouldn't understand why a Hindu would do that unless you understood the way they viewed the world, right? What they thought the world was like. That's a kind of a religious perspective, right? Although there's hot debate on whether Hinduism in those some forms are pure religion or pure philosophy or a mix, or I don't know. That I don't have a dog in that fight. I have a better example, I guess. It's more philosophically minded. Let's say we are going out to get a job, right? What job should we get? Well, whatever job we choose is probably going to be partially determined by the way we view the world. So, and part of it's going to be our desires, right? We might like certain things like painting or philosophizing. I don't know. But there are other things that we are going to consider when we want to choose what job we're gonna take. So maybe we think in this world, it's like life is like a game, and money is the way that we keep track, right? Like Ted Turner once said, I think. I don't think he believes that anymore, but so we would pursue the job, whatever job it was that gave us the most money. Or maybe we think that there is some God that's looking down on us that rewards us for serving others, in which case we're not going to go for the high-paying job as much as we'll go for the job that helps the most people. Maybe we believe that you should just always do the right thing, and the right thing is X, Y, and Z, so you'll always choose those things. Or maybe you think this world is an illusion, and you shouldn't engage in this world because it just gets you further trapped in this illusion, so you don't do any job, right? You go along the Ganges River and become a hermit, or I don't know. Whatever it is that you choose, it's all going to be based on your worldview, what you think the world is like. And not just jobs. I mean, almost everything that we do has got something to do with that. So our priorities, right? The family style that we choose, the houses that we choose, the way you build a house has something to do with the way you think that life should be lived. Is it open and engaging for the family? Is it structured well? I don't know, whatever it is, it has something to do with how you think the world works. So I think understanding a person is important to all of us. And a big part of understanding others is understanding their philosophy. So I think a good reason for us to do philosophy is because we want to understand others. We do more academic philosophy, maybe so that we can step inside of a perspective that we don't understand and try to see from that perspective. And then we just do our everyday like friendship philosophy when we're just talking to somebody about, hey, what do you think about the world? Okay, again, I think the best philosophy happens in dialogue. So please comment below what you think about that. And also, I have a few other questions that you can consider. What do you think is the most important part of a person's philosophy? What is it that we really need to know about the way they view the world to really know the person? Also, do you think we have a moral obligation to understand others? Is it the case that it's wrong for us not to try to understand others? Or is it just something nice that we can do if we like to? And again, if you really like this show, or if you're getting value out of it, you're learning things, please subscribe. It would be great. Also, please like and comment, and please tag your friends too, so they can join the conversation. Adios.